Hello and welcome to another technical takedown the hard way. In today's video, we are on the way to the Meza, the mall. We're going to be taking a look at some of the equipment that I'm going to be using over the next 2 years. I'm a bit of a stickler. I'm not one of those people that likes to always... Wait, I'm not sure where I parked my car now. Okay, I found it. There are a few things that I think that I can acquire at the mall. We're going to go to a big store called Intersport. They have here that sells everything in regards to the outdoor sport equipment, that type of thing. The most important thing I'm going to look for today, I think I'm going to focus on, is footwear. Footwear is really important for a few reasons. It's important that we talk about one of the charities that I'm going to be supporting throughout this journey. It's a really important charity, so guys, keep watching. I think 3 minutes we're going to go on the Autobahn. I'm here with my lovely wife, by the way. Say hello.
Hello.
We're going to be discussing a piece of equipment that people don't really think too hard about. We are going to be talking about shoes, footwear, and which type of footwear is the best for a long-term trip like this. Of course, there are going to be certain parameters that it's going to need. It needs to be water resistant to a certain degree. It needs to be hard wearing. It needs to use a material which is breathable, so your feet don't get all sweaty. It needs to be able to keep your feet safe. This is really important, and we're going to get onto this a little later on. There is a charity that we are going to support along the way, and it does have some parity with footwear. Okay, so don't want to go too far into it now, but I'll let you know about it. People think that we need to go to some sort of specialist store that only specifically deals with the outdoors. We're not going to do that today. We're going literally to the mall. Okay, anyone can go to the mall. So we're going to go to the mall. We're going to go to a few shops and we're going to see what they have there. So shall we see what they have there? Honestly, I hate going to the mall. Artificial lights, big open spaces filled with people who are all just not doing anything else but shopping for things that most of the times these people don't even need. Gosh, have you ever been inside Primark on a Saturday afternoon? It is by far the worst shopping experience that I can even think about. Another thing that the shoes needs to be, they need to be light. They need to be kind of light and very, very comfortable, of course. We're talking hiking boots, but I'm not even sure whether hiking boots would be the best type of footwear to wear whilst you are actually driving. I can drive with bare feet. I like that. And if I can find myself a shoe that is also comfortable on my feet as well, whilst I drive as well, doesn't get in the way, doesn't, get stuck to the accelerator pedal or the brake, which of course would be very dangerous, then of course it's a necessity. We need to make sure that I can drive in the shoes over long distances and it's very comfortable for me and it's not dangerous. We are exactly 3 minutes we're going to go on the Autobahn. Felt like it was going to be a lot more easier for me to get to the mall, get to grips with some of these shoes, and actually speak to the experts who work in those particular shops, because it's clear that they are going to know more than I do about the types of footwear needed for a long-term expedition. Hello, morning. We're looking for the place where they sell. Sorry, do you speak English?
Yes.
I'm looking for hiking boots.
Hiking boots over there. I only have to say we are making we are doing today our inventory, and it will be a little bit different, but you can buy
Fantastic.
We have a lot of colleagues here
Oh yeah,
because of our inventory.
that's all good. All good.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Over there.
Cheers. Bye. Hello. Hi. So we're here. We're going to take a look at the footwear. I need to take a look also for children as well. Okay, because if the family does come, then they are going to want to have a good footwear. Today's an inventory day, so they're counting their stock and everything, and there's loads of people around. We're just taking a look at what they've got at this present moment. We're going to be looking for something cheap. What would be a cool shoe? I'm thinking of actually calling up Mammut and seeing what they've got. I like these because it would offer you grip. If you look at this, it does offer you grip when you need it when you're walking out, but also it gives you a bit of leeway from when you're pressing onto the brake pedal or the accelerator. So that would be nice, something like that. Don't need something that's so aggressive, you know. I don't want an aggressive type sole grip, because that just would be, it wouldn't be useless, but I wouldn't be using it so often. This also is very cool. Yeah, the shoe itself is fugly, but the sole, if you look at that, if you look at the way it is, that would definitely be good for driving. You'd definitely be comfortable driving in that. Just the shoe, help. Do they make shoes purposely ugly for hiking? Another thing we need is boots, okay? We need boots because there are creatures, there are animals that can get inside of your boots if you're not, you know, if you leave them out, or if you're sort of going through waters, wading through water, that type of thing. Yeah, it can be really crap. So we're definitely looking for something with a boot, more of a boot than a shoe. Although shoes would be a lot more comfortable. So Intersport didn't have my size. I wear a European size 47, which is an American 14. 48.5, sorry. I wear a European 48.5. And they did not have that size. Biggest size they had was 47. So we've come over the way to another store called XXL Outdoor, and we're going to see if they have not just my size, but we're going to have a sit down and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about what we plan to do in regards to the charity that I'm planning to support. Really like these shoes. I mean, a bit aggressive, which wouldn't be really useful for me, but there are people who would probably get a better use out of these. They're nice and simple. I think I prefer boots. So we're going to go downstairs and see if they have any trail boots. Okay, so that was XXL Outdoor, and once again they do not have my size. So I'm kind of going to give up here, and we're going to redirect our attention to the children, because we are planning to buy a ton of shoes. If not buy a ton of shoes, we're planning to acquire, let's just say that we're planning to acquire a ton of shoes that we can give to children in a part of Africa where they have parasites on the ground which can enter into children's feet. And a lot of children over in this part of Africa, they don't use shoes. So what you're going to see next, and I've got to say this, but I've got to give you some warning, it's not going to be nice. What you're going to see next is a charity that helps those particular children who have been afflicted by these fleas. So take a look at this. The children that you see here are suffering from the debilitating condition called tongiasis, which in turn is caused by the larvae of a flea called the chigo flea, commonly known as the jigger flea, that burrows under the skin of an unsuspecting host and lays eggs within the skin. The parasitic flea is tiny, but the eggs grow up to 1,000 times its size within the skin, which causes these painful lesions. The flea can only affect its host by direct contact with the skin, so many children who don't wear footwear can contract this condition. The children who are already poor then need to suffer with the circumstances of this condition. They are also further isolated from the community that believe the child may be cursed, making a bad situation worse. The infestation can only be cured by cutting out each egg one by one, a labor-intensive and painful experience. But it isn't all doom and gloom. Increasing access to education, preventative measures, and increasing access to training for more technicians is the answer. The whole expedition will be based on these 3 pillars of hope for those children that have none.